promise you, this time the judges won't need to be there. If it's Khamzat, you think you're strong, you think you're powerful, you have not felt anything. And I can't wait till I see it on his face, because I see it on every single person I fight's face. When they realize, oh shit, that's the message.
What is it that you can do to Khamzat that the rest of the division has failed to do so far?
Beat him.
How so?
I can beat Khamzat. I know for a fact Khamzat is shooting. That's a fact. I don't think, just like everybody else, he knows what he's going to feel when he is Khamzat going to be able to take me down? Absolutely. Absolutely, he'll be able to take me down. This is how a fight works. I would hope so. Isn't he like some Swedish champion or something? I would hope he could take me down. But then he has to deal with me on the ground, and he has to keep me there. Can I take Khamzat down? Absolutely. Am I going to take Khamzat down? Absolutely. And then we're entering an area that he doesn't know. He got taken down by Gilbert Burns. He got taken down by Usman. We've seen him being as dominant as anybody can be in the first round. We've seen him being as exhausted as anybody can be in the third round. This is a 5-rounder. With people that train with him, so I think that will probably be, but that's also hard to go on because nobody wants to really give anything away. But I don't think myself and Khamzat has really, maybe he has, he's trained with Till, which I fought. He's trained with Strickland, which I fought. And I guess that's going to be the only benchmarks for me. But, when it comes to strength, there's not even a doubt in my mind that, Khamzat is a strong guy, but I know for a fact that he's never felt power like this.
I am not the best grappler, wrestler, or striker. In MMA, I'm the best. When we mix it all up, I am. That's why I have this. That's why the man has had every opportunity by anybody who means anything to get this, and he still couldn't do it. For me, let's just fight. Get it over with. Let's do it.
The middleweight division just got a jolt of electricity that fans have been craving. After weeks of speculation and tension, Dricus Du Plessis has finally stepped up and responded directly to Khamzat Chimaev, and he did not pull any punches. With fire in his words and conviction in his tone, DDP made it crystal clear. I'm the best middleweight on the planet, and I'll prove it when we meet. That's not just a bold claim, it's a full-fledged warning. He wasn't speaking out of arrogance, but out of certainty. Dricus gave Chimaev his due, acknowledging him as a phenomenal talent and a dangerous opponent, but he made it equally clear that pure aggression doesn't win championships. According to Dricus, what separates him from Khamzat is not just physicality, but real war-tested grit, an edge forged through adversity, not just dominance. Now that the verbal gloves are off, the fight has gone from exciting to personal. DDP didn't deny Chimaev's potential or his resume. In fact, he openly called him a beast in the cage. But the reality of top-tier UFC competition, as Du Plessis put it, is that everybody is an animal at this level. When you're facing the elite of the elite, raw savagery isn't enough. He pointed to Chimaev's razor-thin war with Gilbert Burns, a fight that could have gone either way. Then there was the bout with Kamaru Usman, and of course the win over Robert Whittaker. Impressive, yes, but not without its context, especially considering Whittaker's unfortunate jaw injury. Dricus acknowledged the talent, acknowledged the wins, and even admitted that after the Whittaker performance, Chimaev deserves a title shot. But deserving a shot and taking the crown are two entirely different challenges.
Yeah, I think Khamzat is an incredible fighter, but you're fighting in the top 5 of the UFC, everybody's incredible fighters. Khamzat is an absolute animal, absolutely, but you look at the Gilbert Burns fight, which you could have scored either way. You look at the Kamaru Usman fight, and you go, yeah, he did beat Robert Whittaker, but obviously his teeth broke back. It's unfortunate. He is really good. So, deserving of a title shot 100% after that performance. It's just an idea that I'm running by. John Jones is the only current American UFC champion, right?
Yep.
So now you have to ask your question, UFC is a massive American company. Is that...
Oh, shit. 170... Who's 170 champ? That's Bilal Muhammad. Yeah,
Bilal.
You're kind of right. Yeah, I think it's the...
I can't believe you just said, who is the 170 champ? Oh, that's the best here.
I love Bilal Muhammad.
Joe Rogan broke down why Khamzat Chimaev is such a nightmare for anyone in the middleweight bracket. On his podcast, Rogan went into great detail about how Khamzat's suffocating wrestling and elite-level grappling create one of the most terrifying styles in all of MMA. Once Chimaev gets a grip on you, he doesn't just hold you, he drowns you. The intensity, the non-stop pressure, the inability to escape, it's not just a fight, it's a full-blown assault. Rogan didn't stop there. He highlighted that Chimaev's striking is equally dangerous. It's not just volume, it's power, speed, and precision. It's backed by knockout power that can end a fight in an instant. At 185 pounds, Rogan said, Chimaev isn't just surviving, he's thriving. He doesn't look drained like he did at welterweight. Now he's carrying his strength and explosiveness better than ever. And that, Rogan believes, makes him even more lethal.
Just the amount of technique that Khamzat has and the intensity of his attack is unlike anybody else. He's so talented. He's so good at grappling, and his stand-up is fucking dangerous too. And I think he's way better at 185, I really do. I think at 170 he was killing himself to make that weight. And now that you see him at 185, I think he has more energy. He's more than big enough for those guys. He's huge. He's a big guy. He's good, man. He's really fun.
He raved about Khamzat Chimaev's performance against Whitaker, calling it one of the most one-sided dismantlings he's ever witnessed. As Rogan put it, he charged at him, he mauled him, he literally mauled him. He marveled at how Khamzat's relentless pressure didn't give Whitaker, a former champion known for sharp striking, a single second to compose himself. The moment the fight began, it was all Khamzat. His takedowns, his transitions, his timing, it was like watching a lion pounce on its prey. Rogan admitted that very few fighters on the planet, let alone in the division, have the kind of physicality and killer instinct that Chimaev brings to the octagon. That wasn't just a victory, it was a declaration of dominance. And yet, as Rogan acknowledged, there's a significant question mark hovering over this next matchup. Could Dricus Du Plessis be the man to wrestle with Khamzat and not just survive, but win? Dricus's wrestling, his strength, and his jiu-jitsu are all top-notch. He hits hard, and he's as durable as they come. But is he at the level needed to match Chimaev's suffocating pace and violent transitions? That remains the mystery.
Like, this was just a overwhelming victory. Khamzat just charged in, dove in, got him down, and mauled him. Mauled him until he broke his face.
Do you think it's different with Du Plessis? Because he can wrestle.
He can wrestle. He's got very good jiu-jitsu. He hits fucking hard, and he's a big, durable dude. But I don't know if he's going to be able to wrestle with that guy. Like, I don't know, man. The Khamzat's skill is so high level, it makes me wonder. It's like, there's some guys, like you see it in jiu-jitsu. There's some guys that look really good until they fight somebody who's really, really good. And then they get manhandled.
Joe Rogan didn't stop at wrestling and striking. He dove deeper into what makes Khamzat's grappling uniquely dominant. He described it as something far beyond what the rest of the division has. It's not just his physicality or his endurance, it's how he blends technical mastery with brute force. Speed, timing, torque, positional awareness, Khamzat's ground game has every ingredient. And Rogan stressed that once Chimaev grabs hold of you, there's no letting go. It's checkmate. Even fighters who are considered elite grapplers themselves are left scrambling under his pressure. Rogan noted that the key difference isn't always physical power, it's superior technique. And once that technique gets combined with explosiveness and willpower, most fighters break.
He can do that to anybody. Like, is Khamzat at that level? Well, it kind of appears that he is. It appears that he's, in terms of like the grappling that he possesses, seems magnitudes greater than anybody else in his division.
But it's that skill thing that we talk about. When you can have athleticism, you can have strength, but when you come up against someone whose skill is far superior to yours, eventually you're going to burn out because there's only a finite amount of strength and power that you have got. And eventually, if you're fighting somebody who can match you physically, but also has the skill on top of it, I mean, you're kind of done, really, unless you get lucky.
On the other end of the spectrum, Michael Bisping gave a lot of respect to Dricus Du Plessis, branding him as one of the most underrated and dangerous, well-rounded fighters in the UFC today. Bisping emphasized that Dricus might not always win in the most graceful or technically beautiful fashion, but he's incredibly effective. He doesn't stop pressing forward. He's relentless, awkward, durable, and constantly changing pace. That combination, according to Bisping, is what makes Dricus so difficult to deal with. He has the gas tank, he has the power, and he has the grit to turn the tide in wars of attrition. Bisping made it clear that while Chimaev is explosive and dynamic, if he doesn't figure out how to pace himself, he's in trouble. Dricus thrives in chaos. If this fight drags on and turns into a drawn-out brawl, Dricus has the stamina and fortitude to take over.
But I'm telling you, Dricus Du Plessis is gigantic for a middleweight as well. He's a very, very strong guy. He's got great jiu-jitsu. He's got excellent conditioning. Now, the conditioning is going to be key for Khamzat because moving up to 185, the conditioning will be improved. The strength will be improved. He can take on more nutrients. He can recover better between training sessions.
Bisping believed that moving up to 185 does help Chimaev. The increased size, the better recovery, the added muscle, those are all factors that play in his favor. However, that doesn't eliminate the cardio concerns that have shadowed Khamzat for years. As Bisping put it, if Chimaev doesn't get the job done in the early rounds and Dricus is still in front of him, then the fight shifts dramatically in DDP's favor. According to Bisping, it's not just about surviving, it's about thriving as the other guy begins to fade. And Dricus has made a career out of doing exactly that. Bisping predicted that Khamzat would come out of the gate like a freight train. No feeling out process, no waiting game. Full aggression. He's going to look to end it early. That's his best shot. If he catches Dricus clean or slams him down early, he might very well secure a dominant finish. But Bisping emphasized the risk involved in this approach. If Dricus weathers the storm, and there's a strong chance he might, then the rest of the fight could turn into a nightmare for Chimaev. That's the game Khamzat is playing: early reward or deep water danger.
He's going to go full steam ahead. Khamzat Chimaev's going to go right at him. He ain't going to fuck about. He's going to swing for the fence. He's going to pick him up. He's going to try and slam him down. He's going to go berserk. He's going to go mental. And that's what we love about him. And that's why we can't wait to see this fight. But if he doesn't get him out of there in the first round or the second round, and he's starting to gas come round 3, and round 4 and round 5, he is looking to be anywhere else but in the middle of the octagon in the United Center, right? Dricus Du Plessis is going to take over. And that man is a big, powerful son of a bitch. And he is a finisher as well. 9 knockouts, 11 submissions. 11 submissions, right? I told you before, he choked out an entire Gracie Barra Black Belt Jiu-Jitsu team, one after the other. He's got tremendous wrestling. He's got very good Jiu-Jitsu. He's got a unique style of striking, but it is super effective.
Despite Dricus holding the belt, the odds still lean in Khamzat's favor. And Bisping wasn't shy about calling that out. He felt it was disrespectful to DDP, who has done everything asked of him, beat top guys, defended the belt, stayed consistent, yet he's still the underdog. It's as if the hype around Khamzat overshadows the very real threat Dricus poses. That's a mistake Bisping believes a lot of people are making. In his eyes, this fight is closer than many think. Still, Bisping doubled down on his admiration for Chimaev's finishing ability. He ranked him among the most dangerous closers in MMA today, along with Tom Aspinall. Khamzat's not in there to point fight. He wants to end things, either through ground and pound or by snapping on a submission. That's what makes him terrifying. He's not trying to outscore you, he's trying to end you. And if he gets that done against the reigning champ, it would be a massive statement.
Tell me what you think about this. Tell me who you think wins the fight. I can't wait for it, but I just think the fact that Khamzat is the favorite, I think that's a little disrespectful to Dricus Du Plessis and what he's been doing in this sport.
The champ himself is no slouch. Dricus Du Plessis is on an incredible 11-fight win streak with 10 wins inside the UFC. His most recent accomplishments speak for themselves. Choking out Israel Adesanya in the 4th, taking a hard-fought split decision over Sean Strickland at UFC 297, and dominating top contenders. He's not just a name on the belt, he's earned it. And they say when you become champion, you level up. Dricus has been leveling up, and this next fight will show just how high his ceiling is.
When it comes to being effective, Khamzat Chimaev is right up there. He's one of the best finishers that we have in mixed martial arts right now. In fact, I will say the 2 best finishers in all of MMA right now, Tom Aspinall and Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat, 14 fights, 12 stoppages, 2 decisions, as I said earlier. And I'm telling you, he's going to try and finish Dricus Du Plessis straight away. And that's his best bet. Now, Dricus Du Plessis, this man's on fire, right? He's 23-2 overall. He's on an 11-fight win streak. He's got 10 wins in the UFC. And of course, this will be his 3rd title defense. He beat Sean Strickland by unanimous decision. He choked out Israel Adesanya in the 4th round. And he took the belt, as we know, in a close split decision victory over Sean Strickland way back at UFC 297. But they always say when you become the champion, you get 30% better. This man is improving all the time. He's got tremendous grappling of his own. If Khamzat Chimaev thinks that he's going to go out there and just take down Dricus Du Plessis and just choke him out, right, like he's some schmuck.
Chael Sonnen has also voiced his belief that Khamzat's strategy is exactly what it needs to be. Overwhelm early, set the tone, and don't give Dricus a second to breathe. According to Chael, if Khamzat starts fast and aggressive, sticking with his usual plan A of a takedown barrage, he can beat almost anyone. But if that fails, he needs to be ready for a firefight. Khamzat's plan B has to be as violent as his wrestling. That means staying aggressive on the feet and outgunning his opponent. And if he manages to pull that off, Chael believes Khamzat walks out with the win.
You believed as recently as Chimaev's last fight that nobody could touch him. And you're a very fickle group. And can he beat him? That's between those two. How does he beat him? He starts with plan A, which is to take him down and maul him. And if that doesn't work, which in the past it hasn't, he attempts to bludgeon him on his feet more than he gets bludgeoned. That's the answer to the question. That's how Chimaev was.
Meanwhile, Israel Adesanya added his perspective. Izzy gave the edge to Dricus. He acknowledged Khamzat's power, speed, and tenacity, but praised Dricus's balance, durability, and mental strength. Adesanya said that Dricus has the right kind of mix: good boxing, strong grappling, and elite stamina. If he can stay composed and ride out Khamzat's initial flurry, the fight tilts in his favor. Izzy emphasized that mental fortitude will be key. Khamzat comes with chaos, but Dricus comes with resilience.
Dricus versus Sean, our arch nemesis. Yeah. How do we think that rematch plays out?
I haven't thought about it. But if I'm going to give the edge to anyone, it'd be Dricus.
This isn't just a title fight. It's a high-stakes collision between two fighters who want to rule the middleweight division their way. One thrives on explosion and fear, the other on grit and pressure. Will Khamzat destroy the champ and keep the hype alive, or will Dricus prove that titles aren't given, they're earned? Let us know who you think walks away with the belt and who walks away with the respect.